Bob Amrising, KT News.
Moving on, it's that time of the year when world leaders gather in New York for the United Nations General Assembly. But this year's event is different.
That's right. With 3 major conflicts in 3 continents and other civil wars, the main issue will be understanding the diplomacy around these major events.
Well, this report was prepared by Alex Chiari.
As world leaders once again gather in New York for the 79th UN General Assembly, climate change, global health, peace and security, sustainable development and human rights are planned to be the main topics to be discussed. But the world is grappling with conflicts, and the politics around them may overshadow the planned deliberations. In the recent past days, Lebanon has been living a nightmare. It all began when tens of people, mostly Hezbollah members, were killed after the pages and walkie-talkies they had exploded. More were injured. Israel scaled up attacks on Hezbollah targets in the Levant nation, with some military commanders of the Shia group killed. After Gaza, Israel seems to have trained its guns on Hezbollah as the world fears for a regional war. Already, Israel has devastated Gaza, leaving more than 40,000 people dead, according to Hamas-run health authorities. While Tel Aviv has not claimed responsibility for the unprecedented cyber warfare that has left Hezbollah dazed and the world in awe, the leader of the group has pointed an accusing finger at Israel while vowing revenge.
تم استهداف من قبل العدو الإسرائيلي تم استهداف آلاف أجهزة البيجة وتم تفجيرها في وقت واحد. العدو تجاوز في هذه العملية كل الضوابط والقوانين والخطوط الحمراء. لم يكترث لأي شيء على الإطلاق، لا أخلاقيا ولا إنسانيا ولا قانونيا.
In Eastern Europe, Russia and Ukraine, 2 sister nations, are embroiled in a war that has now lasted for over 2.5 years, with President Volodymyr Zelensky expected to present what he terms as a proposal to end the war to US President Joe Biden. It remains to be seen what the plan entails.
And you made it clear Russia will not prevail in Ukraine.
The Ukrainian leader has been pushing to be allowed to hit deep into Russia using Western weapons. But Biden, together with British and French leaders, have been hesitant to give the nod. While the 2 nations have been occupying each other's territory and claiming victory, Russia has been inflicting more pain in the eastern regions against Ukrainian forces. However, Ukraine recently visited a deadly blow on Russia after its drones hit a weapons base in Krasnodar region. A recent report says mental health issues have been on the rise in Ukraine since the war broke out. The Caucasus, just like the rest of Europe, is expecting the dawn of winter season, which Russia has capitalized on to inflict pain on Ukraine in the past. But with Moscow, United States and Britain parties with veto powers now deeply involved in the conflict, the politics between the East and the West is expected to play out on the sidelines of the General Assembly. The 2 forces, each fighting for supremacy, have defied calls for dialogue and ceasefire as the world focuses on the wars in the Middle East and the Caucasus. The leader of Rapid Support Forces, Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, also called as Hemedti, is said to be receiving support from Libya's Khalifa Haftar and United Arab Emirates together with Chad. The Sudanese army is also said to be enjoying backing from Egypt and Russia. The Russia that is also seeking to spread its influence in Africa through Mali and Central African Republic. Meanwhile, Haiti, in the Western Hemisphere, is also in turmoil. Gangs have been running the show after the killing of President Juvenal Moise. Kenya has deployed its policemen as part of the peacekeeping mission. Bahamas, Bangladesh, Barbados, Benin and Chad had pledged to send in troops as part of the mission as at March 2024. However, this hasn't been actualized.
All right, we want to take another break here on Checkpoint, but just a reminder of a big cue, Jesse. It's all about the fact that the leaders allied to the Kenya Kwanza Alliance are divided over the utterances of the Deputy President.
All right, and on our big Q tonight, we asked you, what's your take on Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment claims? What's your take on the DP's impeachment claims?
Send your yes or no to 22151. Also tag us on X at KT News KE, at Ashley Mazuri, at the Jesse Rogers, and of course the hashtag to use is Checkpoint. Let's take that break.